Hello folks, sure, Victorian Piper. Just here for a video as a VR to our very good friend Lester, now known as Redcoats Renaissance. You're probably aware of his unfortunate attempts to mess with his channel. But what can we say, Lester? You're obviously that popular, people really want to copy you. But yeah, I'm very glad it's all been dealt with and you're back as you should be. So, Lester has a giveaway on for his 1,000 sub milestone. Absolutely no surprise there. I don't think there's anybody in this community that doesn't like your content, Lester. Your demeanour and way of presenting, it's always worth a watch, whether it's something about your pipes and tobacco, one of your visits to somewhere wonderful in Switzerland or beyond, or your very educational and entertaining videos on all sorts of subjects. So yes, unsurprising. But anyway, Lester asks us to name our favourite celebrity pipe smoker. Now, I have a little bit of a connection, but only in location, to the person I'm going to talk about. And you know me, they were born in the Victorian era, and there's an engineering and very historic background to this gentleman. So what I'm going to do is cut myself off here, and then I will just talk and have some pictures up on the screen of the gentleman in question. So Lester, hopefully you'll enjoy this. I know it's the kind of thing you'll like. So I'll sort of switch to the photos now and get on with it. So then folks, the gentleman I want to talk about, who shall be appearing on your screen right now, is Reginald Joseph Mitchell, better known as R.J. Mitchell. Some of you may know him. I think many of you probably won't. So he was born in May 1895 in Staffordshire, just up the road from where I live now. He apprenticed at a locomotive works to sort of learn the engineering trade, but also studied engineering and mathematics. In 1917, he joined Supermarine aircraft designers and manufacturers. And in a very short time, he was appointed chief engineer just 3 years later in 1920 and made technical director of the whole company in 1927. He designed 24 aircraft in his time with the company, specialised in racing seaplanes, but built and designed all types of aircraft right up to bombers. And most famously, and this is obviously what he's most well known for, he was the designer of the Supermarine Spitfire. Obviously one of the, certainly to us Brits, the most iconic and famous fighter planes of the Second World War. He was awarded the CBE in 1931 for his work, so obviously that was prior to the Second World War. But very sadly, he got cancer, and in 1933 he had surgery for it, but unfortunately he was never free of it and died in 1937, so before the Second World War had ended, aged just 42. So he died very young, but achieved so much in that lifetime. As you'll have seen from the couple of photos I've had up, he was an avid pipe smoker. I don't know what he smoked. I couldn't find anything sort of solid on that. So we'll just have to take best guesses on what was around at the time. But what I said earlier about the connection, to at least the location, the main Spitfire factory that produced virtually all of the machines used during the war was in Castle Bromwich in Birmingham. And that is where I was born and bred. The factory had long gone by the time I was born, 1971. But a lot of the parts of the old works do still exist and are currently the home to Jaguar Land Rover cars. But the airfield and the hangars and the surrounding bulk of the works was long lost. I think most of it's been built on and developed now. The sort of town that's adjacent, Castle Vale, I think a lot of that was built on what was the airfield. Again, there's been some pictures up of the factory as I'm talking. And the last one I'll put up is, I can't remember how long ago it was quite some time ago now, but there was a sculpture commissioned to remember the factory and the people that worked there. It's a beautiful thing, and it's now known as Spitfire Island, the traffic island that this sculpture sits on. But I'll put an image up there for you to have a look at. So obviously every time I go back to Castle Bromwich, to my hometown, I generally pass that as I've come off the motorway, and it's always good to see. So there you go then, Lester. There's my bit on my famous, like I say, sort of celebrity, but certainly a very important man to the history of this country. Congratulations again on your milestone, and let's hope for many, many more for you, my friend. I'll see you soon.